What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Well, as we all know, the NFL trade deadline was last night or yesterday, and there was a certain team, my favorite team, that landed a all-pro corner, Marshon Lattimore, which happened to be our biggest need. Well, obviously, there was a number of other trades that happened at the deadline. I feel like this was definitely the biggest name move, so we might as well, since I haven't done them yet either, let's jump in and rebuild the Washington Commanders in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Obviously, this season has been absolutely insane. Like, I knew we'd be better than last year because there's new owners, new coach, things looked different. But I didn't expect us to be this good this quickly. Daniels obviously has been amazing. We are going for it, which I really like. With Daniels on a rookie contract, this is what you do when you're good, when you're a good team and you have a rookie quarterback. You take swings, and you can't fault them for taking this kind of swing on Marshon Lattimore. So, of course, you have Daniels as the guy leading the way, who has been phenomenal so far as rookie season. Just everything we dreamed of. Honestly, I had a good feeling about him. As soon as we drafted Daniels, I pre-ordered his jersey the next day, and I don't know, for some reason, I just had a gut feeling he was going to be the guy, and so far he has been that. Daniels, Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, Terry McLaurin finally has a good quarterback. Could not be happier for him. Yeah, Noah Brown, who we signed before the season started, who's been really good as a wide receiver too. Not as consistent as you'd want, but I still think he's been solid enough. Zach Ertz, Ben Sinnott, and the offensive line has been phenomenal. I do feel like some of these development traits, or some of these traits, I should say, on some of these are a little disrespectful. I think Biotis has been one of the best centers in the league. Sam Cosmi has obviously been awesome, and our O-line has just been awesome in general, which was something I did not expect. And of course, the biggest upgrade, Marshon Lattimore, added this defense. I cannot wait, because that was our biggest need. Our cornerback room was just not good, man. Benjamin St-Juste is our best corner, and that's not good because he's not that great either. But with that all being said, we're going to simulate the rest of year number 1 here, and we're going to see how this finishes out. Right now, we're at 7-2. Let's see what Madden thinks we're going to finish out here for this first season. So to end season number 1, we do finish up at 12-5, which obviously would feel incredible as a Commanders fan if that is the case, which I think is definitely realistic. You have a few easier games still left in the schedule. You think you could beat the Saints. You think you could beat the Titans probably. Hopefully you can split with the Cowboys and the Eagles. If not, maybe sweep the Cowboys with Dak being hurt now, but and they just weren't very good in general. But one thing I forgot to talk about is the Lattimore trade in general. Obviously, he gets traded for a 3rd, a 4th, and a 6th, and then the Commanders get a 5th and a, Lattimore back. It seems like a lot to pay, but it is Washington's 3rd. They keep the Miami Dolphins 3rd that they got from the Eagles, and then you're basically just swapping the 4th and the 5th. So I don't think it's terrible. I really like the trade, and I think Adam Peters did well, and I think it's the kind of trade you make, and I absolutely agree with it. So offense was 11th in the NFL. Defensively, we were is that 11-2, I guess is what it's saying. So Mariota, 2 touchdowns probably when he played, obviously in that Carolina game. Daniels with 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. So hopefully not the case, because I think Daniels, if I'm not mistaken, only has 2, maybe it's 3, or no, I think it's only 2 interceptions on the season so far. So in these last stretch, throwing 8 interceptions isn't ideal. But Brian Robinson, 12 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Terry McLaurin, only finishing with 907 yards is kind of a joke. I mean, he's already kind of on that trajectory. I think he's going to finish well over 1,000 yards this season with Daniels under center. And sacks-wise, Frankie Louvu was 6, 4.5 from Fowler, 4 from Dorrance Armstrong, and then interceptions, you have 5 from Jeremy Chin, 3 from Sam Rattel, 3 from Quan Martin, and 2 from Bobby Wagner. But we do get to face our fellow division rival. Looks like the Philadelphia Eagles in round 1, so I guess we can jump in and see how we do in round 1 of the playoffs. I do have a little bit of a hunch that this isn't going to go too well. I don't know why. I just feel like our offense in Madden's not going to score a bunch of points like we have been doing in real life, but I could be wrong, and already a turnover. So yeah, the disrespect I'm already seeing by Madden so far, but we do get some points on the board, 7-10, and we take the lead. So maybe we're not dead in the water just yet, and we will tie it up. And now it's going to be 17-24. Can we go tie it again? We do. We got overtime, and we get the ball first. I'm not going to play this early because, we haven't even done anything in this video, so I'm not going to take too much time playing this first game, but this is an exciting moment. Hopefully we can score, and we do not, and Philadelphia will win this game because we weren't able to score in overtime. So, unfortunately, losing round 1 to Philadelphia. Hopefully that doesn't end up being the case in real life, but with that, it is what it is. We have a lot of building to do in the offseason, and the Commanders have a ton of cap space to do that, and a lot of different other assets and pieces to make things happen. So I'm very excited about this rebuild today. Now, as I mentioned, we're going into this offseason with $116 million in cap space. Absolutely insane. Now, I will say we did sign a lot of one-year deals this offseason, so I do imagine we're going to have to spend quite a bit of money on bringing guys back. So, like Noah Brown, Derek Force, who hasn't really played much this year, Benjamin St. Juste, I think you'd probably let him go. Dami Brown's a free agent. Noah, who's been fine. But overall, you do have to look at the overall ratings at the end of the day. And obviously, first and foremost, I am going to go ahead and keep Jeremy Chin. Bobby Wagner, I think only signed a one-year deal with us, if I'm not mistaken. So he might be retiring, which sucks losing him. I do want to resign Noah Brown, even if he's just our third wide receiver. I still think having him is phenomenal. Jeremy Chin is still somebody I want back. I like what he did, especially in the Giants game. Clelin Ferrell as depth sounds fine to me, but I still do think we need to upgrade our D-line for sure. That's fine. Derek Force, I'm not bringing back. I'm not bringing back Benjamin St. Juste. Zacchaeus, no. Is there anybody else here? Dante Fowler's been amazing, but only a 73 and overall. Madden doesn't really move the needle for me. Oh, Bobby Wagner is here, so I do want to bring back Bobby Wagner. He's still 35, but I mean, I love what he's been able to do on this defense. He's just not interested in signing, though. And then Zach Ertz, also a free agent, who is down to a 73 overall. Tressway, our punter, who's only a 69 overall. That's pretty disrespectful, Madden. Tressway is a damn good punter. I don't know why he's that low in overall, but all right, just a punter, whatever. So, I mean, for years, Tressway was our best player making Pro Bowls, while the rest of the roster wasn't even close to making it. So, I will resign Zach Ertz, but Jeremy Chin and Bobby Wagner are two guys I definitely have interest in trying to bring them back. Really like what they've brought to this defense, but $94 million in cap space. Usually the free agency classes, as we all know, have been very underwhelming Madden, but we'll do what we can with what we got. Obviously, if you take a look at the roster, O-line, I think has been solid enough, but, again, we have to remember this is Madden, not real life. So, Brandon Coleman is up to a 7 overall. Cornelius Lucas, I guess, was a free agent. I just didn't see him out there. Sam Cosmi, Tyler Biotish. I mean, it's a solid O-line, but a tackle definitely could still be taken. I definitely think we need to go wide receiver 2. I like Noah Brown. I like Luke McCaffrey, but a wide receiver 2 is definitely necessary. And on the defense side of the football, we do need more linebackers. And corner room actually looks decent. Forbes, obviously, is not someone I don't expect to stay here very long. Jonathan Allen is now healthy. Now, there could be a trade with him. I'm not sure. But with that all being said, let's get into free agency and let's make some signings. And of course, when we have a ton of cap space, this free agency class is absolutely trash. It's not good at all. So here are the offers we've made. It's basically all defense so far. Bobby Wagner. We're trying to get Jeremy Chin back, but we may not even be able to do that. We're going after Willie Gay and we're going after Josh Uche, but I don't even know if we're going to get any of these guys, to be honest with you. So looks like we got to increase our offer on Willie Gay a little bit, but I do want to bring him into our linebacker room. And then so Jeremy Chin is at the top. So we're at the top of everyone's board. So let's see if we get all 4. That'd be great. And we get one of them. So Bobby Wagner is the only one that stays. Just an absolute disaster free agency class. It's not good at all, which I'm a little disappointed by. Yeah, it sucks. It's not good. I really wish Madden's free agency classes could be a little bit better than this, but they just haven't been good at all. Like, legit. They've been so bad, man. And it sucks. But Judon was somebody we could have went after, but yeah, just overall a very underwhelming free agency class, unfortunately. You could go get like David Long, who I guess I could go try to grab to maybe move to another linebacker spot. But all in all, just like I said, a terrible free agency class. Mike Hilton, Isaiah Rodgers, and then wide receiver 2s. There was Rashid Shaheed, who I could have went after, but at this point, I guess I'm just going to draft one. I could trade Jonathan Allen for some extra draft picks potentially. So David Long should sign, and we get David Long. So far, we've only signed 2 linebackers. But yeah, when it comes to Jonathan Allen, I could trade him for some draft capital. I do think there's a world where Jonathan Allen is traded this offseason. Just because he got hurt. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but he wasn't playing all that great before he got hurt to begin with. But if we do move him, so let's see what the offers would maybe be if we did trade Jonathan Allen. So first offer is Courtland Sutton. He got in a 6. I don't want Courtland Sutton. We can get a 2027 4th round pick in Jalen Thompson, Landon Dickerson from the Eagles, Cam Robinson, no thank you. Anis Rakestraw we get a 3rd next year. Von Bullard in the 4th, a 5th. Jonathan Brooks, no. Trayvon Murray, who is superstar, which is interesting, but Shobi was yeah, nothing too intriguing. So Very, very bad free agency class, unfortunately. So we didn't get to really do anything that I think the Commanders will be able to accomplish in real life. So let's just go ahead and head to the draft and make best of what we got in the draft. We'll be picking at number 23 in this draft. So let's just go ahead and see who will be available at pick 23. So to me, biggest needs are a wide receiver, a safety, and an edge rusher. So Michael Williams would have been really solid if he would have fell to us, but he didn't. So let's see who's available. So we have Starks, we have quarterbacks, we got Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond out of Texas is interesting. We might have to settle on Isaiah Bond here. So C catching a deep route, maybe we don't. Spec catch C, don't really love what I'm seeing there. So maybe we don't go Isaiah Bond. We're not taking a running back as good as Ashton, obviously as good as Ashton Jeanty has been. We have a couple left tackles on the board, but I feel like we can get away with what we have right now. We take another linebacker, but I'm not in the business of doing that at this point. Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State might be the move here to get an edge in the first round. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take Jack Sawyer with our first pick, get ourselves an edge rusher that we can be confident in going forward. He is hidden dev out of Ohio State, so welcome to Washington. I think that's a solid first round pick. Hopefully in round 2 we can get like maybe Trey Harris or something. No, Trey Harris went early, never mind. So that dream is dead. Maybe we can even trade this pick for a wide receiver because I still do want to get a good wide receiver in the building. So let's see, we got quarterbacks, free safety, Siobhan Revel, who I've heard good things about. I think he got hurt apparently. His ratings don't look great, unfortunately, here in this draft class, but this wide receiver out of Stanford, I believe I've heard of this guy. A catch traffic, C catching, B deep route, B release. I actually don't hate this. So we could draft this guy instead of trading, or we could also trade this pick and, you know, get a good wide receiver too, which I think is definitely something I want to consider because I want to get Jane Daniels. Yeah, this is obviously not even a question. If we're going to take a wide receiver, it's going to be Alec here, I guess, if that's how you say his name. So I'm going to scan the trade market first before we do that, though, because I want to make sure we make the best of this selection. Like I said, we didn't really get to make that impact in free agency like I think the Commanders can because of the class being so bad, but maybe we could do that with the trade here. So no trades are going to happen. Instead, we're going to draft our wide receiver 2 here. So he's number 82 in true value, drafted at 55. Hidden dev, though. So we'll definitely take the hidden development wide receiver. So I'm absolutely happy with that. So welcome to Washington. And now for our final pick in the 3rd round. Now, this pick should be earlier, but Madden doesn't even have the Commanders registered with the Dolphins pick for some reason. So, yeah, unfortunately for us, we don't have it, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. So the last thing, we do have Kyron Lacey here as well, or Jalen Royals out of Utah State. But the last thing I feel like we need is a safety because we lost Jeremy Chin. So there is Ramsey out of USC here. C hit power, B man coverage. We might just have to take the best safety available, and that is going to be Ramsey because that is the most weakest position left. There is some other things, of course, that we'll address eventually. Hopefully next year's free agency is better. But I'm just going to go ahead and settle on this pick for round 3. Oh, God, what a bad pick. That's my fault. Oh, hidden dev, though. So, number 268 true value. You drafted him at number 87. So, I don't know. I got mixed emotions on that one. It's cool that he's hidden dev, but Madden did not like that pick at all. So, let my assistant GM take care of the rest. Not the offseason I wanted to have in this video. Not going to lie. I was ready to go crazy. But we'll see. I'm actually curious to see how we do a full season with no good start at 7-2. What does Madden truly think of this roster? It'll be interesting to see that. So here's the lineup going into season number 2. Offense is relatively the same, obviously, other than we added our slot wide receiver here. We still have Noah Brown, Jaden Daniels, Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler. All that still looks incredible. Ben Sanat can move up to tight end 1. I'm fine with that. And on the defense, we got Quan Martin, Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner, David Long. We're going to go ahead and start the safety right away. We got Mike Sanratil, we got Marshon Lattimore, and we still have Forbes, who I don't know if he'll be on the roster much longer, but he is here for now. Colin Farrell, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Johnny Newton, of course, and then Jack Sawyer ready to get some runs. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping to have a good season once again. And obviously last year we made the playoffs, but again, this is going to be a full season of Madden's opinion. So we'll see how it ends up. Let's simulate this season. And let's see if we make the playoffs or if Madden thinks we're not good enough. And just like that, the disrespect is heard loud and clear from Madden. We finish up at 5-12 in season number 2. I can't say I'm surprised. We didn't have the offseason what we wanted, and I had a feeling that Madden was going to be as high on this roster. But both sides of the ball were decent. Jane Daniels with 22 and 14. He also had 607 rushing yards on the ground. You had Noah Brown leading the way. Terry McLaurin only 450 yards is just so disrespectful. 800 yards from our rookie, which is great. Yeah, but Terry at 450 yards is insane, bro. Nah, not happening. But 6 interceptions from Mike Sandertel, which is good to see. Lattimore only had 1, but hopefully we can get this offseason and absolutely cook, because if we get a good free agency, it could be over. Like, we really could put a damn good team around Jaden Daniels, and I'm just disappointed by the first offseason. It just wasn't good at all. There just really wasn't anybody to go for, but I'm assuming that we have all this cap space once again. Terry might have to be re-signed if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's next year, not this one, but yeah, $140 million cap space, so still plenty of cap room to work with, even if we have to re-sign Terry. I'm sure there's going to be some guys we have to re-sign, but we got to take full advantage of this offseason, hoping it's a better free agency class. So yeah, Terry is a free agent. So is Jonathan Allen. So is Brian Robinson. Forbes, I don't care about, obviously. Eckler, probably cooked at this point at 72 overall. Probably can't bring him back. So, yeah, only 2 guys I think we need to bring back, and that's, you don't have to bring back Jonathan Allen, or 3 guys, sorry. Brian Robinson, Terry McLaurin, all guys I'm bringing back. So, Terry, I don't care what you say. You're my favorite player. You've been loyal to this fan base. Please stick around, and he is going to stay so he gets a new deal. Now, he is older, but I'm still fine with it. Jonathan Allen, I am going to keep because I don't want to lose him for nothing. So if we can just keep him around, that'd be great. He's going to stick around. And last but not least, our franchise running back and Brian Robinson, who I absolutely love as well. They are going to sign, and boom, that is a done deal. Now Forbes could be brought back as well, or that's a 5th-year option, absolutely. So we don't have to. He's not going anywhere. I'm fine with him for depth, at least in Madden. In real life, I don't think he'll be on the roster much longer. But let's get a free agency, man. Let's hope that this free agency class is way better, because we need a good one. We have $80 million in cap space to work with. We have Jaden Daniels on his rookie contract. But let's see what the lineup's looking like for now before we get straight into things. So we got Brian Robinson still looking good. O-line, we do need a right tackle. Maybe a left guard upgrade wouldn't be terrible. A tight end we could go for as well. Defensively, Bobby Wagner I figured would be gone. But David Long, our free agency addition, ended up going up to a superstar, which is nice. So that's good to see. And then Jack Sawyer's a star, which is great to see as well. But Mike Sandertel up to 77. Love to see that as well. But clearly, a lot of stuff that can still be used in free agency and in the draft. So let's make sure we have a good free agency, hoping there's a good free agency class in front of us. So once again, unfortunately, not a great free agency class, but we do have Mark Andrews here, and we could use an upgrade at tight end. I'm also going for CJ Mosley, Taylor Moton, Kendall Fuller, and Andrews, as you guys saw. So hopefully we can land at least 3 of the 4 or all 4. That'd be great too. And we get all 4. So you know what? Not the best free agency class once again, but it's better than last year. Kendall Fuller is someone who's played here before. Taylor Moton is just going to replace, obviously, Andrew Wiley, and then CJ Mosley is going to replace Bobby Wagner. And then getting Andrews as a tight end is incredible. It's not a wide receiver 2 by any means, but it does give us a really good weapon for Jaden Daniels to throw to, who's a superstar X factor, which is incredible. So that's great. We got our right tackle. Like I said, we could go for a left guard, which I might look into in just a second. I still think we need a wide receiver 2. I would really love to grab that. Defensively, I mean, I don't think there's really much. Strong safety is still definitely in consideration. So to me, it's all about getting a cornerback room looks incredible to me. It's all about getting a strong safety and a wide receiver 2. That's exactly in the left guard. So let's go see if we can get a guard in free agency, and then we can kind of focus on the other 2 in the draft, whether we can just draft one or trade for one. So let's see if guards are available. So I see Joel Bitonio, who's still available. So maybe we can go for him. John Simpson's here as well. John McGovern, and then you have, Willie. But I like Nick Allegretti, but just overall wise, I think I'm going to go ahead and throw Joel Bitonio a contract. No, this is a lot of money to give to him, but I'm fine with it. I mean, I want to make sure we go all in on this year at this point. We're getting closer to Jaden Daniels getting paid. Joel is not going to sign with us, so you know what? It's fine. We can go for the cheaper option, and maybe John Simpson, who maybe will sign with us. If not, no big deal. We can just roll with Nick Allegretti. So we do get... Oh, no, we don't. So I don't know if we'll land him. If we don't, whatever. We'll just roll with the left guard we have. So let's just head to the draft, and let's take advantage of those 2 positions, whether we draft them, which we'll have a high draft pick to do so, wide receiver 2, or a strong safety. We're picking in the top 5, but at the very end, so we'll have to see who goes off the board. So we do have a right end, a right tackle, a right end, and a wide receiver going off the board. So obviously Eugene Wilson would have been incredible to get. It looks like he's a damn good player. Actually, I haven't heard of him yet. Maybe I should know ball a little bit more as far as college football. So we have a right tackle, which we don't necessarily need. We have a right outside linebacker, but again, it's not necessarily what we're looking for. We do have a strong safety down the board a little bit, and then wide receiver. Zachariah Branch, I know, is pretty good out of USC, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he doesn't look that great here, though, to be honest with you. So, and then you got, I believe this is NC State. Yeah, Kevin. I don't know how to say his name fully, but he could be pretty good. So who do we want? Do we want the strong safety, or do we want to take a wide receiver this high? Or do we want to just trade this pick? So the strong safety doesn't look too bad, though. I'm not going to lie. I actually think I'm going to take my strong safety here. I'm going to take my top 5 wide receiver or strong safety. Number 34 true value, only normal dev, so maybe not the best pick in the world. But with this next selection in round 2, I think I'm going all in on just trading for whatever wide receiver we can get at this point. Yeah, we could draft one, which I might still do. But we do have another good strong safety here who looks okay. But I do think I'm gonna, I could reach down the board and grab Taylor Brown or Clemson, who looks okay, but to me, I think we go all in on a good wide receiver. So we have everything we need to go after the Super Bowl. I hate how hard it is to trade for anybody in Madden nowadays. It feels like last Madden was a lot easier. We're trading a ton to get JSN, but like I said, we're basically going all in right now. JSN, former Ohio State player as well, same college as Terry McLaurin, but yeah, definitely gave up a lot to make that happen, but I really wanted a legitimate wide receiver too. We got that in Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's an 86 overall here in Madden. We're about to go into year number 3, and we're going to hope that this time around Madden doesn't disrespect us. Maybe I need to change the playbook. We'll see what we end up changing it to, but overall, we need to make sure we're a playoff team next year, because if we're not a good thing. So at the end of year number 3, we finish up at 12-5 once again, but this time around we don't win or we didn't win it earlier either. It ended up being, of course, Philly, and they won it again. So Philadelphia is definitely a force to be reckoned with right now. But we do have 12-5 on the season. We take a look at the player stats. Offensively, we're 29th in NFL. So I don't know, man. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But defensively, we're first in NFL, so I guess that's good. But 20-11 from Jaden Daniels. You had 800 yards from Rod Robinson, 600 yards from Jaden Daniels. Mark Andrews led the way with 900 yards, 800 from Jackson Smith and Jigba, 600 from Terry McLaurin, 300 from Elite. I don't know how to say his first name, but you get it. Alec, I guess. Deron Payne, 7.5. Jack Sawyer, 7.5, and 4 from Frankie Louvu. So we draw the Arizona Cardinals in round 1. Washington, this is an 8-9 team. If we come out here and lose this, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. But it is a 1-game playoff game format, so anything is possible. So I'm curious to see who Arizona is starting at this point, and it is, I have no idea. It's Kyler Murray still. So Kyler Murray still the starter for Arizona. I mean, we should come out here and just absolutely mop the floor with the Cardinals if I had to guess. And we're up 7-0, so that's a good start. Can we go up 14? No. What about now? 14-0, so that's a good start. Like I said, can we keep this momentum? Yeah, 17-0. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the easier playoff games we could have gotten. Kendall Fuller showing up big, and the Cardinals don't even get points on us, bro. So that's a good start. Defense really held the Cardinals really well there. Only scored 23, though, but we got to be better in the next round offensively. But hey, beat the Cardinals, and that's a good start. Let's get to divisional weekend. And now for divisional weekend, we get a familiar foe, a division rival in a divisional weekend. We play them in year 1 as the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, that was a very close playoff game. It went to overtime. Let's see if this time around we can come out here and win this playoff game. So we'll start off with the football, and we'll go up 7-0. That's a good start. Defense did not hold up the first drive for going up against Philly, but we did get a punt on the second one. Can we go score on this drive? We don't. 16 seconds left on the clock with 2 timeouts. Let me see if I can make some magic happen to get us some points on this board, because I want to go ahead and assist things if possible. So even if we take a sack, it's no big deal. There's barely any time on the clock, and I do like that Terry McLaurin could, in theory, be in press coverage. If this safety comes over, he's not going to. Okay, so we do have B in the middle, though, and that's going to get us close to field goal range. We get out of bounds and have 2 timeouts, so that's a great start to this drive. And guys, when I tell you this is the first time I've played with Jaden Daniels in Madden, this is legit the first time. I have not played with my favorite team in Madden, which is kind of wild to think about, but it is the truth. So I'm going to look for Terry McLaurin again, but I don't think they're going to allow it to happen, unfortunately. But yeah, we're just going to take B-Rob for some yards. I'm glad I got rid of that, but we only have 7 seconds left in the clock, so we actually need something very quick. Let's get this ball out quickly. Let's go to slant, and let's just see if we can get a few yards for a field goal. I don't know if they're going to allow this, or I could just run the ball. I'm going to run it and hope to gain like 5 or so yards. I'm going to get, okay, exactly what I'm kind of looking for. So we'll call our timeout and hopefully get a field goal out of that. So now we can go and see if our kicker takes care of business. And we're up 10-7. But Philadelphia is going to take the lead in the third. And we take it back 17-14. And we get an interception from CJ Mosley. And now it's time to jump in and end this game. So that is massive. And all we need is 1 first down. Now there is 4 stoppages on the clock because it's before the 2-minute warning. But if we get a first down, this game will be close to being over. We're only going to gain a yard on that one. Philadelphia is going to have the 2-minute warning, of course, take care of business there. Do I run the ball again, or do I be aggressive and try to seek a first down? I'm not sure. I actually kind of like the idea of maybe throwing it here. Maybe I just run it, though. I'm going to trust in my offensive line, and we are going to have a great run, and that's going to get us a first down. Now, this game is not over yet, but that's 1 step closer. That's a great start. I trusted the run, and it worked out. We're going to stretch this one to the left and see if we can get the edge here, and we're going to get it, and then some. That's a great run is there as well. So only 4 more yards for glory. We could run a read option, but I'm going to go ahead and not. I feel like I screwed that play up. They must have changed it or something to where if you're going to run it with the quarterback, you have to click A or something. I don't know what goes on there, but that's a first down. That should be ball game. We're headed off to the NFC Championship. All we got to do is kneel this out now. And just like that, we jump in and make sure that we beat Philadelphia this time. And we're once again walking through our center. That must be a glitch in Madden. But I will see you guys in the NFC Championship. And now for the NFC Championship, we just got past the Philadelphia Eagles, and now it's time to play another very tough opponent in Madden, and that is the Green Bay Packers. The Packers always seem to be really good in the simulation, I've noticed, but let's see if we can come out here and get a win at Lambeau Field to head to the Super Bowl. We start off with the football, and that's a great start. I would have loved to have seen 7 instead, but hey, getting some points is still points, and Packers get a touchdown, and now they're going to have a 10-3 lead. So we need some points before half, and we got 1:46 to do so. So let me see if I can come out here and get some points to get on the board for us. So I really like trying out here and playing with Jaden Daniels a little bit. Gives me some time to play with my quarterback. I do like Jackson Smith and the Jigba. O-line held up really well, and we are going to be nice, sitting nice on this drive. So love that start to this drive. All right, I'm not gonna, like I said, run a read option, even though it's intriguing, but I'm not going to. All right, so I'm going to take the yardage with my running back here. Doesn't give me much, but we're going to make sure Green Bay doesn't have a lot of time on the clock. Let's run 4 verticals and see if we can get anything open downfield. Mark Andrews in the middle looks good, maybe. Just kidding. I'm just going to take an incompletion instead. Okay, we need a first down. Do I slip screen this and make this 4-down territory? I do kind of like the idea of maybe running a slip screen and seeing if we can get the yardage that way. So yeah, I'm going to run a slip screen and see if we can get the first down. I get the ball off, give me a block, and we're going to get a first down and more. So that is a nice little drive mover as well. 42 seconds left on the clock. I'm going to call my first timeout. 27 seconds left, and we take plenty of time off the clock, which is good, which is what we wanted. And now it's time to see if we can punch this in the end zone to tie this game before half. JSN, Terry McLaurin, Andrews, I need you guys to get open. We do have JSN, and that is going to be not quite a touchdown. We get stopped on the 1, but JSN has been phenomenal. He's been getting open for us. Do I run it? QB blast? No. QB wrap? Read option? I always screw up read option, so I'm not going to do read option. Now, running it is scary because obviously there's only so much time left in the clock, but let's see if we can get a touchdown. Andrews, I literally clicked A and it didn't register at all. Okay, that's nice. I think I had Andrews wide open for a touchdown, so I don't know what's going on. Booth review. 21 seconds left in the clock. I don't know. Was I down? Maybe. I'm not sure, but that's really annoying. So now we're on the 4-yard line. All right, I'm looking for Terry McLaurin on the screen, or on the slant, I should say, not a screen. And he will be there. Touchdown. Okay, so that was a lot harder than it needed to be, but we get the tie before half. And now Green Bay is going to come out and score. We get an interception midfield. We tie it up. W. It's now 17-24, 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the clock. We got to jump in and do this again, but I'm down for it. Let's do it. So let's get right back to what we've been doing. We've been cooking with 4 verts and some other stuff here. So let's see if we can make some magic happen again. We got 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the clock. I'm going to take my running back underneath. This time I'm going to hit it, so that's going to be a good drive starter. All right, goal line short post. This is an interesting play. Do I take my running back on the wheel? Yeah, he is there. So we're going to get some nice yardage out of that. So that's another beautiful play. I might be a psychopath and go for 2, by the way, if we take the lead here, or if we get a touchdown with little to no time left. I might do it. Just saying, there's a chance I do it. But if there's not enough, if there's plenty of time on the clock, I probably won't. So let's see what we like here. Okay, didn't catch it, but I'm just going to keep feeding my running back because he's just been getting open and they're not covering him. So, but that was not what I wanted to see. We're going to run verticals, this kind of verticals this time, and see what opens up here. So I'm going to go Andrews in the middle, and that's going to be another nice first down for us. 1:49 left in the clock. Going to go no huddle once again. And we're going to see. I kind of want to scramble with Jaden Daniels a little bit. I don't know if they're going to let me. Ooh, nope. That's not what I needed. I should have waited in the pocket because I was looking at Andrew's route, but I thought I could scramble and make something magical happen, but that was wrong. Definitely not what I needed to do there. Okay. 4 verts again. I'm going to take Andrews in the middle. That's going to give us a first down. 1:22 left in the clock. So a lot of time is ticking, which is good. This is what we want. I'm going to look at my running back here again. Maybe I don't like it. Play action would be interesting at this point. JSN over the middle for a touchdown. Do we like it? Do we like it? We do like it. JSN touchdown to take the lead. And that, or sorry, we're just going to keep the extra point. The extra point is going up. It's overtime. 5 minutes, 57 seconds left. We got to do this again. All right. You know what? I'm down for it. We've done great against the Packers defense so far. Let's see if we can keep this up. And we don't like anything here. I'm just going to throw this away. Didn't like anything. So we're going to move on from that. And now we're going to go to this play earlier. So earlier, or this isn't the one I was looking at, but this one works too. So let's see if we can get something. I'm going to go Andrews in the middle to get some. Drops it. 3rd and 10. All right, we need a first down. This will be interesting. We need a first down in the worst way possible. I think JSN is going to be there, though. If just looking at this pre-snap, he's not. Ooh, B is wide open. If this is a good ball, this is a touchdown. So just kidding. But it's a first down nonetheless on their territory. So we'll take that. I'm reading the field very well right now. I'm very proud of myself. Not going to lie. So far, so good. I'm going to run the ball, though. Get some running yards. And that's going to be a really nice gain. And we're going to be down inside the 20. So all we got to do is punch this in, and our defense got to get the stop we're looking for. And we win the game and head to the Super Bowl. Let's go punch this in. Obviously, Packers going to get a chance to possess the ball as well because it's the overtime rules in the playoffs. All right. Not going to be as good of a drive there, but still a decent one nonetheless. All right. I'm going to go to stick now. One of my favorite plays in the red zone. Looking for you, Terry McLaurin. Can you get open for me is the question. Let's see it. And he is there. It's a tight window, and he drops it. All right. Maybe not. It was there a little bit. It was very tight, not going to lie. But we got to punch this end zone. 3rd and 9. I mean, field goal is fine, too. At least get some points. But, you're allowing the Packers to potentially tie the... I'm going to Andrews. I'm not going to get the ball off. I got to kick a field. So field goal is going to go up, and we're going to see what our defense can do. So I'm going to jump in and try to save the day. We got to make sure they don't get in field goal range, which is going to be easier said than done. So we'll see if we can do just that. So here we go. Here goes nothing. So Green Bay is going to start off with a run play, and he runs backwards. That's a great start. 5-yard loss on that one. Love that start to the drive. All right. Well, hopefully we can just do that again, and we could be in business. So they're obviously going to go 5 wide now, and let's see if we can get. So they're going to go try to Jaden Reed in the middle, and that's going to be a sack. It is 3rd and 29. Beautiful stuff. Okay. All we need to do is not allow a first down, and we win the game. It's 3rd and 29 right now. We could blitz them, but I'm going to play coverage and just hope that my guys get home. We did earlier. Let's just see if we can do it again. So tight end's going in the middle. He is there. I actually screwed up. That tight end was open. 4th and 36. Do I just blitz the hell out of him? Or do we just play coverage? I mean, he's got to get the ball off. We got to play coverage, bro. What am I talking about? Like, we got to play coverage. It's 4th and 36. He can't even get the ball off. I could just blitz the hell out of him on the 1-yard line and just put so much pressure on him right now. But, you know, it is what it is. So as long as we don't allow a first down, which that could be a first down, but no, it's not going to be. We're going to the Super Bowl. Beautiful stuff. Let's see what we get to play in the Super Bowl. Find ourselves in the Super Bowl, and you'll never guess who we're playing. It's not the Ravens, it's not the Chiefs, it's not the Bengals, and it's not the Bills. Instead, it's another Ohio team, and that is the Cleveland Browns. So, not sure who their starting quarterback is. I guess we'll find out potentially in the game. But we start with the football here in the Super Bowl. Go up 7-0. Come on. Not a great start, but we didn't allow them to score either on their first drive. We will... Oh, it looked like we were about to score on our second drive. We don't, though. And now the Cleveland Browns will take the lead 7-0. So no points in the first half feels disgusting. And we get an interception by Quan Martin. We got to take advantage of the interception. We don't. We tie it. We do. Finally get a tie ball game. And then the Browns will take the lead 10-7 with 1:13 left. We have 2 timeouts to try to go take this lead. I mean, we could just tie it as well. So a lot of different options here. But as you guys know, I'm looking for the win. 1:13 left to get my favorite team a Super Bowl in Madden. I mean, where would you rather be right now? So let's see if we can get this to happen. And we'll see if we get something we like. So they're blitzing the corner. And I had to... We're going to have to call our first timeout. All right. So that was not... Or their corner just got open on the... I don't know what happened. But the edge just was there right away. So let's see if we can get this off more... Ooh, I actually love JSN here. And that is massive. Now, can we get him in the end zone? No, not quite. But we're already in field goal range, which is fine because we can take more time off the clock. So that actually works out. All right, we're going to slip screen this play. Keep them on their toes. B-Rob. We're going to be towards the 5. And that is beautiful. Let's call our final timeout. And let's try to get this in the end zone. There's not enough time on the clock for them to respond, hopefully. So let's see if we can get this punched in and take the lead in the Super Bowl. Is the ultimate dream here, of course. So JSN or Terry McLaurin. I do love Terry on maybe an out. Let's see if we can get him a touchdown on the out route. I do like it. Terry touchdown to win the Super Bowl. Couldn't script it any better, to be honest with you. Now, I will say there's 30 seconds left in the clock, but we had to take the lead there. And now we'll play the defense to try to stop them from being able to tie the game. So here we go for the Super Bowl. Let's get it. So we're going to start here. So it is Jalen Milroe starting for the Browns. Very interesting. Okay. Well, let's see what he can do. He is going to throw that away. He did kind of potentially could have thrown it in the middle there, but... he decided against it, so he has now 23 seconds left in the clock. We're just simply playing coverage here. I'm going to switch to David Long here and cover the middle a little bit. So, okay, that's fine as long as, yeah, they're going to call their first timeout. That'll get some, some nice yardage. Nothing too crazy. But, all right, let's see if we can continue to make them burn time. As soon as, okay, that's fine. We'll just take another. I mean, they need a touchdown, so they're going to call almost their last timeout, but now I'm starting to be okay with playing cover 4. So we're going to move to cover 4, and all we need to do is get a couple more stops. Only a few more plays left. They're already throwing a Hail Mary. That's an interception. Ooh, I thought we could intercept that there, but okay. They still have their timeout, so I'm not going to play prevent just yet, as long as that timeout exists. But they took a shot. I respect it. Jalen Milroe is trying to make something happen. Njoku. Oh my gosh, I was so close to picking that off. All right, so this should be the final play. We obviously go to 3 deep, prevent, defense. and this will be for the bowl. So I'm going to see if I can get in the backfield and wreak havoc, though. So let's see if I can get in there. Nope. Good. All right. Mike Sanratel, that's out of bounds anyway. And that was an interception. And just like that, we win the Super Bowl for my favorite team, the Washington Commanders. A lot of gameplay there to end this video, but it was well worth it. We clutch up. And I've been having fun jumping in and playing. I hope you guys love that part about the video as well. But I'm gonna end it there, guys. Hopefully in real life, I, as a Commanders fan in my lifetime, can see Jaden Daniels and the Commanders in general just make a Super Bowl. That'd be fantastic, and of course win it. Don't think that'll be this year. It would be crazy if it did happen, but we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.